back to Orchard Beach to see the progress or regress that's been done over there at Orchard Beach. Because last week Monday, today's October 4th. We keep restating the date because I don't know if I'm actually going to put it on the tube. But last week, powers that be, I guess the mayor, Eric Adams, the new face of the Democratic Party, had people erecting these sites for these people coming from the Texas-Mexican border, sent here by Governor Abbott after they signed a consent form. And people here are complaining about the location, and the news reported that they're worried about the flooding. I don't think they give a damn about the flooding, but it's turning political. And that area is not the rest of the Bronx. It's kind of influential. And not that, everybody up there is rich, but, people out there are political. It's a political area. So people saying, no, you can't put that here. I'm not surprised that happened. And anyway, now they're going to move them to another part of the Bronx, which is a separate island off the Bronx, but it's part of the Bronx, under the jurisdiction of the Bronx, I believe, called Randall's Island, for those that don't know, that don't live here in New York City. It's Randall's Island is, I guess, between the Harlem River and the Long Island, the Harlem River and the East River. It's right about there. And it's underneath the Triborough Bridge. And there's another bridge that carries the railroad, Amtrak, and freight trains. While I was over here, should have gone to Arthur Avenue, but it's all right. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let me go around the block, check on something. Anyway, let's go for a ride, right? We go down Arthur Avenue. It's the Little Italy of the Bronx. Come on, dude. The guy that fixed because he's running a lot, I've been sitting here waiting, he's just gonna go. The guy that fixed my shoes, he opened up a spot over here. Doesn't look like he moved there yet. Anyway. A lot of people, there's Fordham University is a block away, or 2 blocks away now from here, and a lot of students there, they get robbed. So we always hear a story about some student from Fordham University getting robbed. So a lot of it's just the honest truth. A lot of white kids from other states, out of state, or upstate, come here and they become a target. Throughout the years, you always hear about a robbery. So be careful, everybody be careful, but they are basically targets over here. So, and at night they're young, they want to go out, so you see them walking in groups. If I didn't have a great meal be prepared for me, I would stop and get a pizza or something over here. The reason I pulled over, I was looking to see if a restaurant guy had association with is open over here, but you can't see it from here. I'm not going past it. I'm not going around the block again. Alright. So heading across, I'm going to go back to Fordham Road. I'm going to make a right on Fordham. Go straight across. Fordham turns into Pelham Parkway, and I'm going to make my way back to Orchard Beach. I may even go out to City Island and have what do they call it? A constitutional, when you have a little nip. But of course, I'd have to wait there for hours before I got back in the car to return home. Or return back to the Bronx, whatever I decide to do. Well, after that, I wouldn't even attempt to put passengers in my car. And that's the truth. I don't do that. Even though by the time I drive again, I'll be technically okay, but I might do that. Have a quick nip. Some lady, I was in the bank the other day, and some lady, this is an absolutely true story. I was filling out my deposit slip, and a lady comes in the bank and she says, "Are you online?" No, I'm standing online already. So a lady is behind me, and she's all right. She's a nice enough lady, and she was like saying how, man, along the line is not moving. I said, well, if you want, it may not help much, but you can get in front of me, and she did. So she started talking to me, and she's telling me about. All of a sudden, I forgot how the conversation went, but she started talking about God, and she says her problem is fornication. I'm a perfect stranger, never seen this woman in my life, and she's not a young woman, but she's not as old as I am. It seems like she's in her maybe her late 30s. So that shows you how old I am, kind of. I'm going in that direction. And I said, well, you need to stop that, if that's the problem for you. And she said, well, she's married and all that, and fornicating and all that. So you're married, you're fornicating. Obviously, shouldn't be doing that, And I asked her, does your husband know what you do? And she says, no. So how do you get away with that? She said, well, she finds a way, whatever she told me. I don't remember that part of it. But she said she drops off her kids in the morning, and then she finds her, people to fornicate with. And then, and it's not just fornication she's talking about. She's basically she's a prostitute. Now, when you think of prostitution, you think that they're walking around with the boots up to their thighs and all that. And no, she's just she was in the bank doing a bank transaction, dressed in, I guess, regular clothes. She actually had these rollers in her hair, and it wasn't those plastic rollers. I don't know how you describe them, like foam rollers, and in her hair. And she had on a jacket that was a leather jacket, a little worn, but it wasn't wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. A little worn. And she was on the thin side, and her teeth were. I'm just describing. I'm not making fun of her or anything. I promise. Her teeth were like they had food in her teeth. So I'm saying to myself, you have low level clientele. It's not an endorsement of that life at all. I don't stay away from that. Everybody on both sides. It's not a good life. But she told me she's a notary, and she wanted to hook up. And said, well, and I saw her later outside the bank. Going to the trunk of my car. She walks up to me and she's still telling me she's trying to convince me to do that. And I'm the wrong guy for that. I'm not saying I'm Mr. Morals, but I'm not going in that direction. I have no need for that. And they had this monkeypox stuff going on. And I'm not doing nothing. Stranger, you're a stranger to me, and I'm gonna let you do whatever you do. And the thing she was talking about doing, that's all I need to to wake up with extra inflammations. Put that way. I'm trying to be nice. Inflammations on my body, and explaining that to people why I had these certain inflammations on my body. Nope. There's a YouTuber that said something that recently about. I wish I had the exact. I gotta read my Bible more often. I wish I had the exact thing, but he said, like, basically saying leave these women alone. And I'm in total agreement, man. Because, you know, I can't talk about the women's side, but as a man, for the most part, leave these women alone. If you have one, you know, she turns out to be something you thought she wasn't, you know, stay with her. But meaning some strange women, they have to be vetted. And I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about, this is man stuff we're talking about. Men, vet these women. Vet them. Because this woman said she's married. I totally believed it too. She's married. She drops her kids off at a certain time, and she goes and she does what she does. I got this truck right now. I think you can see on the right hand side. Just moving over. She does what she does, and, you know, trying to get money from me. Listen, I got my own bills to pay. I'm not out here just to give you money for a quick hit. You know? I'm not 17 years old. I've had sex before. And it's crazy. It was just crazy, the whole conversation. And I haven't heard that from a strange woman in a long time. So, when she first started talking to me, I said, "Oh, Anthony, you still got it." but I realized she was trying to solicit me, or solicit herself for prostitution, and I don't do that. I don't go that way. You guys out there don't do that, especially bringing that stuff home and if you're by yourself. You really want lesions on your body and all that, or take the chance of that? You don't. Let's go with this woman. I have no idea where she's been, you know, or what she has, you know. And do I really want to do activities like that when you had things in places? And I'm gonna put my things in places, or have you put my thing in places? Nah. Nope. Sorry. Nope. Anyway. She said she has her husband was he wasn't interested in that at this moment, but then she said he had some kind of, she went into all that. I'm a perfect stranger. She went into the fact that he had some kind of attachment on his body right now. So I said to myself, well, I told her, I think maybe that's why he's not interested right now. He has his things he's going through. You have to understand. I hope all these gals on there aren't like that, because that's terrible. And if you don't have money and you need to work, then go find something. There's actually, at this time, there's plenty of jobs out here. There's a lot of jobs out here, you know, that you can do. But the main thing got me about that, what she said, she told me, if I mentioned this, I'm not a hoe. She said that.